Okay, today inshallah we'll be continuing what we started when we started the photosynthesis overview. Photosynthesis, light dependent, and light photosynthesis, light independent. As a quick recap, we know that from the general equation, you have products and you have reactants. Both of them will be integrated within the process in terms of, if you're finalizing the light dependence, so you are using water, sunlight, in order to produce oxygen. If you are then working within the light independent, so you have to use the carbon dioxide, no use for the sunlight, no direct use for sunlight, in order to produce glucose. As a quick overview, you must know that sunlight contains light energy. It's a source of light energy, actually the main source of energy on Earth. Then this sunlight needs to be absorbed by some sort of organism. We call those organisms autotrophs, mainly plants, but there are other autotrophs. Plants absorb sunlight in order to convert them into an intermediate chemical compound where all the light energy is converted into chemical energy. So the light energy is converted into chemical energy, stored within glucose, C6, H12O6. And actually, this is precisely what's happening during photosynthesis. You are converting the sunlight into finally glucose. But for your own body cells, even for the plant cells, in order to use those chemical energy, they need to be transformed into another form of chemical energy or another form of compound that's usable by the cell. This compound is called ATP. ATP also contains chemical energy, but this is the usable form. Bear in mind, this is the usable form of energy. In order to convert from glucose into an ATP, that's when cellular respiration takes place. So within this general overview over here, you know that to convert from this to this, you are using photosynthesis. But in order to convert from glucose into ATP, this must be followed by cellular respiration. For photosynthesis, this organ is called the chloroplast. The chloroplast has a precise structure, and as an IB student, you have to know what the structure is formed of. First of all, chloroplast is formed of a double membrane structure. So the outer membrane is not only one membrane, but it's a double membrane structure. Then you have a structure inside, some sort of desk-like structure. Looks like this. Then you have to form this and right. This is called thyroid. This. Multiple desks. We call them. We highlight them and we call them something called granule. They are called granule. And the membrane surrounding each of the thylakoid discs is called thylakoid membrane. And looking back to topic 1, you know that every organelle or suborganelle is surrounded by a plasma membrane. So this is a plasma membrane and this is as well a plasma membrane. So this is called the thylakoid membrane. Then, within the thylakoid, it's not an empty space. It's filled with a jelly-like material. We call this jelly-like material thylakoid lumen. Thylakoid lumen. And then you have this very big space surrounding where the granules are suspended. We call those stroma. We said that in order to finalize photosynthesis, two main processes need to take place. One of them is called light dependent reaction, and the other one is called light independent reaction. In light dependent reaction, sunlight is used directly. Yes, I need sunlight and I need it to be used directly. But actually, light independent, the products of light dependent that use the sunlight can be used. Are you using sunlight directly? No, you don't use sunlight directly. Okay. So, thylakoid the location where light-dependent happen. But stroma is the location where Calvin cycle, also known as light-independent, happen. So now we have to focus on light-dependent. We said that it's fully accomplished within the thylakoid membrane. So let's take a deeper look what really thylakoid membrane looks like. Thylakoid membrane looks like this. We said that it's a phospholipid bilayer, plasma membrane, blah blah blah, and so on. There's part external and there's part internal from the thylakoid membrane. What's really found inside the thylakoid membrane? It's encountering or confined, the thylakoid lumen is confined by the thylakoid membrane. So this part we can say that this is the thylakoid membrane. From inside or the internal part, this is inside or the internal part, we can find the lumen. So this is the thylakoid lumen. And from the external part of the thylakoid membrane, we have the stroma. So this is the stroma. So this is the outside of the membrane, outside. We said that we'll be using sunlight directly. So I need sunlight to be used. So sunlight needs to be captured by some sort of system. We call this system photosystem. Focus, because this is really important. We can subdivide the word in order to understand. Photo means that you are using light. You are using light. System is when a group of molecules are working together to accomplish a specific task. They are working together to do a specific task. So it's a group of molecules working together. This specific task, in order to be fully accomplished, it uses sunlight. So over here, it has two kinds of photosystems. Photosystem is an integral membrane protein. It's a protein integrated within the thylakoid membrane itself. So you have here one of them, and we call this photosystem number 2. Sorry for your one, but you have to start number 2 before 1. And then you have another photosystem over here called photosystem 1. Over the membrane itself, you have different integral membrane protein as well. One of the major integral membrane protein, one is called ATP synthase. You can draw it like this, for example. And we call this ATP synthase. And maybe you are remembering this from cell respiration, where you use chemiosmosis in order to make ATP. Exactly the same, but we'll go